time to pay it. 6 months now. You've even gotten a third notice. I'm done. You need to take your stuff and get out and don't come back.
Brittany, please. All right, I'm gonna bring my rent. Brittany, please. Hey, good news. Yeah. I say nothing is too hard. Nothing is too hard. This work can testify. After 400 years in slavery, God brought them to the promised land. That's so. Like people can testify. After 14 years, I say nothing is too hard. For God, I say nothing is too hard. Nothing is too hard. For Jehovah, you know
future. Me vina lem ba boy mo. Won. Naza wale boy mo. Mama me vina boy na. Really ija boy mo. Mama yimu. Mama vina boy yawo. Na blale boy yawo. Kanu kwatane ye. Ja. Wa mweka man. Vina deve ba man. Papa me vina kwa yuwa owa. Kanu kwa ye. Watan sopo. Watan sopo. Don't galo anwa. Kale ya gala wapwe. Na blale kwa yo. Mama me vina kwa yuwa. Watan sopo sa. Mama me vina la mane. Se abi kwa wa. Kaka toto wa. Kake mboga mae. Yanuai, pray enjoy Yanuai. Canu le poyo. Dike wonsa bien le bayi. Mama Alicia bayi. Tere me yo bayi. Kalunga loe. Nasa bole bayi wo. Pere ijo bayi wo. Ige. Kalo mama ubio. Mama me vina bayi wo. Yeah. Tezela mama. Wewe woman. Kanu bege ye wio. Kwalo mama nubie. Yeah. Lama no zoe. Wae yiwa wae so azalwa. Iye ike. Kawe gano kamo kawe. So iwe ano. So you go don't let iwe ano.
Iron Lady Records, sweet sound.
Watan sopo. Bago po irai. Usta kweza wai. Ne wole kore. Ne waka walwe. Usta kweza nsira. Te ira kala kwanwe. Ea biya kuwai. Bago kwe mama ye kwe. Bago yi mama ye ye. Watan sopo. Mama me vina kwa yo. Pere ijo kwa yo. Alo mama wa. Soya lunga. Soya manaza lunga. Lunga me vina pie. Mama wa ke. Bye.
So we also, ladies and gentlemen, we are here at the Intercontinental Church. We have this the Central Church, where the rescue team is here. And so you have Senator Member County Senator Prince Yogi Johnson, the Senator Member. Here is Senator Jeremiah Panko and the former Vice President of the Republic of I know.
Now that his songs go. Please, our Honorable Senator Prince Johnson remark. That will be followed by Senator Poon, who will give a brief remark introducing himself.
Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Good morning to all of you. Well, we are here to see your prayers. I'm going to pray for us as we embark on a mission to save our country from a tyrannical president, drug, corruption, ritualistic killings, escort judicial killers. Help us through the prayer. God bless you. Let the church say amen. Me, I'm always here. I remember 2017, the last Sunday, I came to the church. And that day I said, the people were plenty. I was talking to our man in here, the same way I'm talking about. The people were plenty in the election, so God said no, they wouldn't people plenty, so maybe my children will be confused. I will reduce it to 2%. The guy want people to say, I'm tired. I will give them one Ticon and I will give them one football player. Let me see what they will do. So God narrowed the election to a Ticon of the church. And you go all up at the whole country, anywhere you go, God, please get a God fearing leader. Please get a God fearing leader. God said, let me see. Let me give them 2. I give you one Ticon and one football player. Y'all pizza. And we tell the football player. Anyway, the country looking out for it. The good thing about the government, you can't explain to the people what happening. Somebody here, you stay old school fee from last year. You know, somebody here, somebody straight for you to the hospital now, and maybe they calling you and you sitting in the church, say no paracetamol to the hospital, you need to buy tablet, you need to buy bandage. Somebody here, your child now take kush, the drugs. There's somewhere now not smoking your good son, they empty your eyes in here. So no need to campaign. The government campaigning again is every day. Then I go see the president Israel, they go pray. You can't pray for certain things at certain time. And you leave from here now and go to the quota road and see the trader coming. Say, I rebuke you in Jesus' name, I rebuke you, the trader will kill you. Jesus doesn't say, I'm gonna pray. Now God gave us 5 senses. They want you to pray for that. Don't think that they let you get healed. Now you get it. When you go to sleep at night, you say, God, thank you for taking me all out today. The way I'm going to sleep, please take care of me so I can wake up tomorrow. I don't kind of thing you can pray for. But the thing where you need to wake up and tell it, come from here and put it so. And you say, you pray for it. The way God gave you strength for, right? You can't tackle that thing and then you go pray to do anyway. You should be thinking on how you will start building a center to move the children from the street, put them in that center, and reinforce the DA, get them car, empower them. Let them start raiding on the ghetto, those who bring in the drugs, start arresting them. In that area prayer, they can't help you. But instead, he can buy 100 pickup for the political party, trying to go around campaign. But you can't buy pickup for DEA to arrest the people who bring in the drugs, to save the people, children. That's drug dealing. Because you don't want to spoil your own market. Because in your market, you go check the people, right? They arrested one container to the port, $100 million drugs. They jail the people, they put when they court. They see that the court pass the court to go something. The men leave the country, we know where they go. How they will leave the country when somebody did not know? Somebody didn't know. Some are people, blessed for us. The same team in 2017, but the same team we get again. The election between 2 parties, don't mind all the people talking. The election between Ambassador Boakai and President Weah. And the 2 persons went to the election. All the other people, they will get a number small by the 2 people there. You got a chance again to make a decision. You are faced with a deacon of the church, an elderly statesman, and you are faced with a young football player. You are to make a decision again. That decision is not for you. And you enjoy what happening, then go ahead. Because the Baka can turn into the law. And I'm the senator, I said it up to 2030 January. Before my time finish. But we email, because the woman called me and said, my son, come. And when you come stand near me. There were many people who wanted to be vice president to the University. Some people were looking for vice president. They called some of us, we said, no, we can't go behind you because we know you going nowhere. Why can't we waste our time for? Is he saying the way? Saying the bring way yet? The people want to they want to wait to be vice president. The pastor people wanted Yomri to be vice president. And everybody wanted their children to be vice president. We gotta know that man will win. At that time. The men were right there. All of y'all good children. But I can't choose from everywhere. I can't take 5 vice presidents, I will take 1. That one, I will go to the big line. And he came to Nima, right? So Nima, in the Saga say champion, it is down there they say campaign. In the election, we get 90%. The reason why we want 90, the other 10, we want the other people to feedback. So I knew that we get it small. But we want 90%. When Pastor Baga was about to make a decision, the governing country Allen, he went on the radio and said, Baga making a mistake. The Nima people are divided people. Why you think somebody from Bon County, somebody from Nima, somebody from Nova can be president? Those people are tribal people, they are divided. The pastor can't vote for them. They have said, the teller will not vote for themselves. They
to go smoke goods. So they leave it in the center of the town. They sell it market and push. Then they can get a beginning to go there to smoke. By that they make more money, right? Then the superintendent compound too, they get people to go there to go smoke. It's intentional. That's why they can't go pressure because they want people to go smoke in the center of the town and that the market will go good, right? So we gotta say no to kush. We can't do kush again. Liberia is now the center of drugs in this country. In West Africa, Liberia is the center of drugs. Liberia is the place where they can arrest 100 million drugs and nobody is in jail. It means somebody be saying that somewhere know about it. If you didn't know about it, people will be in jail, right? So when I take mother at town, I want to say thank you. We are happy to be in Bon County. This is the right time to rescue this country. After the war, when things got destroyed, Liberians went to the poll and elected 2 persons to fix the country, Madam Salif and Ambassador Bwakai. They helped fix the country. Those days they used to, those are also went to refugee camps. You know how we were treated. The people used to call all sorts of names. Those 2 people came, they clean the country. When you're traveling, you throw your passport. People say, yeah, the people from Liberia, they are good people. So they set the country in motion and say, hey, President, we are. Vice President Joel Taylor, you take the country, you go carry it. Unfortunately, the men start breaking everything down. Everything that was in place, the police hub that was here, I don't know whether they stay here again. Because the police was there hungry, so they got to leave. When we used to be passing here, you see the CB Doma Hospital, you see electricity, everything, right? Go down to there and see, I don't know where they get fuel. The last time the people of Bonkante, Phoebe came to my office to ask for bus. I said, how can you come to a senator from Nima to ask for bus when you got a safety vice president of the Republic of Liberia? When Ambassador Bwaga was vice president, his budget was around 1.8, 1.9 million, maximum 2 million. The present vice president got about $4 million budget. Out of 4 million, when you take 80,000 to buy bus for Phoebe, what thing will happen to you? That's the reason why we need to rescue this country. Drugs need to go back to the hospital. Our people need good health. Phoebe needs buses, not just a bus. We can assure you that under Ambassador Bwaka's leadership, this country will change. He said it already. If you want steal, you want make money, don't take ministerial position in your job because you'll be disappointed. Go do different things, right? We believe in him. He's a strong person. He worked in this country for over 40 years, both in the private and public sector, and no record on him. The first day I went to the public said, my son, I've been living in the house for 43 years. The house has been for me now because all the children gone. So only me and the woman inside knows the house to be for all. It ain't man that live in the house for 43 years and the house, small house, the house still be for a one. Why I want to eat with 100 horses? Why you carry name? I want to say thank you. I know there was pressure in Bon Country. Money came here, they paying people to not come here. Those of you who support us and receive the money, we want to say, y'all, thank you, y'all. Movement of Liberia, the movement MOL, the Honorable Mandela Cooper, the platform girls, the media, the young people, our mothers. I want to say thank you. Thank you ever so much. I know it's getting late, so I'll be short. I just want to say thank you to the people of District Number 1 and the people of Nima. Thank you because you never failed us before, and I know you will do it again. Tomorrow will be in Berega, and the people of Berega are waiting for us that you are doing here today. The group here, nobody get anybody father. You came here on your own. The government strangulate you because they want to throw small money at the end of the day and you keep fighting for it. We say don't take the money when they bring it, take it. Eat it. Now all our money, now that one person money, right? Take it. They bring money about that, you say, take it. They bring car, will take it. But we know that we have to rescue this country. I want to say to you like Ambassador Bwaga said, this time he considered Nimba. So in Amio, Nimba. I'm privileged to be standing in the space of Nimba. And so, we didn't come here to campaign. We didn't come here to talk to you. We come for a minimum of 90% of the vote. The reason why we don't want to take 100% is because we got to get other people small too. If we do 100%, they will not slow down here. So I'll get them 10. We can divide 10 on all of them. 90% of the vote in Nimba will go for Ambassador Bwaga. Ambassador Bwaga, I want to say, trust us. When the godfather of Nimba here, Senator Yomi Johnson, and the GM Senator Jeremiah Kuhn, the next Superintendent Doug Cooper, and the entire team, Honorable Timba, and all of us here, Nimba is delivered. We Gary Gale tomorrow, you will see it. When you go to Tabata, you will see it. The next time you come back and go to Yegepa, you will see it. The next time you come and go to Bang and Mutuo and Yahweh Mesra and Lao Punati, you will know that Nima is resolved. So we're not campaigning here. After that trip, when I go, the next time I come back, I will come the last 2 weeks. The reason why I come in the last 2 weeks because I want to get you chance to collect all your money, all your motorbike, and all the things I want to collect. When you finish collecting the last 2 weeks, I will come with seal it, right? The last time we were running around our labor, our small boy at the time, 1985. When Jackson had drove King to Ganta, our small boy. We were running behind the pickup, went up to the Senator Director White House way. Since that time, this is the next time. All the other VP there, the water thing, right? This is the first normal day. Somebody said the Nima people, when Ambassador Praga was making her a man, somebody said Nima people are divided. That person, the Chief Siri Allen, the County Council Chair of the CDC. He said, don't waste your time to go to Nima, to go to Lufa, to go to Plum, to go to Bassa. Those are big for nothing divided people. Ambassador Praga has come to say Nima can't fit. Ambassador, when I say Nima fail, I interpret it to say Nima will challenge you. Try, let's see. And if Ambassador Praga said that half of Liberian businesses and to tell other people how to do business will use the Nima, the Ganta story. Then why you waiting for again, my people? I want to say thank you.
We cannot afford to support George Weah any longer. We cannot. As I speak to you, they have stolen all our money from Majesty, $9 million. I won't talk too long, I will soon sit down. But I want you to notice there are 2 major candidates in the race. JMB and Weah. Weah's vice president is Joel Howard Taylor. Joel Howard Taylor sent people to the Church of God, where I serve as a pastor, the Christ Chapel of Faith, to kill me. They attacked me. They disrupted the church service. Do you understand? Do you want to elect George Weah to have Joel Howard Taylor continue to be vice president? Let them go. If you elect George Weah, then you want all your money, medicine. If you elect George Weah second time is injury time on the football field. That is good bad time. This man has stolen all our money. The IRO is going, and your money is gone. I regret. I'm bleeding in my heart. You know why? You are taking some of that money to bribe some unscrupulous representatives from District 4, former county inspector, regional mayor, Garrison Yeru, other people that we have to get jobs. They gave them money to deny you of the vice presidency, to deny Honorable Ambassador JMB of the highest. We cannot afford to support George Weah any longer. We cannot. As I speak to you, they have stolen all our money.
Welcome on this platform, Senator Prince Johnson of Nima-Kante.
Excellency.
What didn't I do for these boys?
Go and ask your grandfather.
I used to pay his rent.
We know.
Help him with tuition.
We know.
Birthday.
We know.
When Lasana went to jail, we spent almost $1,000 to get Lasana out of jail. That today, Lasana Kenneth insulting me on Facebook. The other one, why any Fred? The cell phone you're using, I bought it. That the phone you can be using on Facebook to be insulting me. These boys are ungrateful. Lasana, who the place he sleeps, I pay the rent. Attacking me. The phone the man bought that I helped the man to buy. That the phone the man can be using on Facebook to be insulting me. Fred. It doesn't do anything to me anymore when he begin and betray me. We canceled the convention because of his attitude. The Peking brought the killer bean boss. So Zogo. You're so greedy for power, you go bring Zogo to enter and go in COP convention. So, Lasana, you will never be youth chair of COP. Never.
You see the way the Liberian people are? When you devil, you supporting the other side, you devil. The day you join me, you in.
Our party has not made a decision yet. So we take Prince Boba.
All right, so Mr. Henry Costa, my name is Prince, and I report for Prime FM and focus on Liberia, online TV based in the US. My question to you, Mr. Costa, is from all that you explained, your relationship with the former Vice President, the Unity Party, and all those kinds of things. How do you think Liberians who are viewing this press conference will believe what you said? Part two to that question is, Mr. Costa, do you still believe or do you still support an opposition victory in 2023? Do you still support that? Do you still stand by that?
Prince, thank you very much for the question. Again, as I said, our party will convene a meeting of our party structure from across the counties, and a decision will be reached as to our next political move. Also, like we said, Prince, we have no reason to lie on Mr. Boakai. Do you think Honorable Ure is mad at Honorable Boakai because he did not pick Henry Costa as his running mate? Is that what you think? No. Honorable Ure is a deeply loyal and patriotic man. If you see him not on the bandwagon with JMB as he was before, it is not because I was not picked. It is because Joseph Boakai caught Mr. Ure, Chairman Momo, our party, Telia Ure. He caught all of us off. We were caught off. We did not abandon the old man. We were with him when others were not with him. Don't forget that. Nobody in this room can say that the ALP did not fight the hardest for JMB. But for them to believe that I could be paid by CDC to pay American doctors in America to kill JMB in a surgery, it's just too much.
Gentle, we take you. Gentle. Hello.
Yes.
My name is Robin Dobo, and I'm the editor of I have a concern. Just in case you stay in the opposition side and JMB make it to the second round, will you still support JMB for the presidency or not?
We are a political party. We meet, we discuss, we review the situation, and we make a determination. So at this point, I'm not clothed with the authority to say that. Neither do you have a crystal ball to know who will go into the second round.
So we take one from there and we take the last one.
Yeah. Thank you. Costa, the last time we had a conversation with you, had an interview with you, and you denied of receiving any message prior to the nomination from Ambassador Boakai nominating his running mate. Today you tell him about his WhatsApp message. What does it mean? Are you in contradiction to your previous statement when you talked to us first that you were invited for the process?
Yeah, but I did say, that the invitation text message came at 10 minutes past 11 p.m. Let me ask you a question, bro. If you were invited by your uncle, not by blood, but by affinity, someone who you were so very extremely close with, and he was having his wedding or a very most important event in his life, would you expect an invitation at the 11th hour, or would you expect to be part of the organization of that event?
Taking into consideration.
Okay, we're not going to make a debate. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we take you right here. Right here.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. My name is Mark Kula. I want to ask Mr. Costa, Costa. A few months ago, you made a claim that Senator Jeremiah Cohn of Nema County was a human past leader.
No, that question is irrelevant.
So, I'm laying premise.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We appreciate we want to say thank you very much for the time. It is our fervent hope that indeed
Henry and Pedro Costa, political commentator, just had a press conference at the All Liberian Party, and
my friend and brother, how you doing?
Sometimes when I sit to listen to the drama played out, especially mid-back drama, I can't fall asleep, Evie. But you know we cannot fall asleep. We got to listen and listen very well. But for the most part, I'm doing great. I'm grateful for the air that I breathe. You know, grateful to my God for the air that I breathe and for the strength, motivation that we are able to go push our cartoons every day, and we can still come and sit here and give the Liberian people 1 hour, 30 minutes to 2 hours. You know, so that we can get the news to the people that need the news. Even those that don't need it, we give it to them free of charge. You know, bigger, you know, coverage, you know, audience, something like that. So far so good. I'm fascinated tonight again because the mission, the rescue mission, continue to be better day in and day out. And that's why I'm hopeful that Liberia will be better. And the better part of Liberia is nearing day in and day out. And Joseph Barker is going to be the head of that team. And he is.
Thank you. For me, you know, when I listened to the comical show yesterday, you know, I can't stop laughing. You know, because that press conference was totally comical yesterday. To the extent the brother was dankling, he could not state the main source of the so-called investors. But anyway, and you know the funny thing that happened yesterday and today, this morning, Henry Costa went back on his page. He deleted that post. That his press conference started yesterday. It was on Henry Costa page because the media house were reporting. And anytime they having show in the morning, Henry Costa can be able to share it. Henry Costa can be able to share it. You know. So I am very, very glad that one of our brother Roland Yima just joining us. So yeah, so that's how we will be. You know, we will continue to spread the good news about JMB until we are clothed with the authority to spread the good news of our country. And that is what we are here to do. Brother Juma, thank you for joining us.
Thank you so kindly, my brother Ebi. How you doing?
I'm doing
quite okay.
Okay. Let me say good evening to you and brother Francis. This is a fascinating show. You guys has remained very politically strong and keeping our people standing on their feet waiting for information that is worthy for consumption at this time. So I mean, I'm glad that you guys are still keeping the political functioning well. Thank you so much, and I want to say hi to the audience.
Thank you. Thank you. Our audience are getting you loud and clear, and our audience are happy that you join us tonight. So like we were saying, what is on your mind before we go on to the real topic discussions?
Yeah. So what is on my mind is I know right now the Henry Costa issue is being widely circulated all on the media landscape of our country in all of the small talk shows. But the truth of the matter is there is something very important that is at stake, which is the campaign of Joseph Yuma Boakai and Jeremiah Kuhn victory to defeat the incumbent George Weah and his bunch of hooligans that are in power. So actually, I want to caution most of our people that are listening to us that they should not be distracted. They should not be carried away by all of these informations coming out. They are all meant to sway away the efforts of the campaign team. So that's what on my mind.
Okay. For me, I don't look at that to be an information that, that would tear the Labyrinth people apart, because the brother in question, Henry Costa, he is a comedian. He is a political comedian. It's just that we as Labyrinth, we are now fast enough for us to be able to detect when somebody is a political comedian, that means the person come out to bluff. The person come out to verse their anger into the mainstream. So we understand all of that tactics what Aaron Costa is doing. But one thing that I can tell you, the Labyrinth, they are clear. They are clear. They're clear water. The Labyrinth, they are clear that JMB, that the man that they want. Let me take you back. Let me take you back. If you see the people gravitating towards JMB, the amount of people that are gravitating towards JMB currently, if you hear someone, that means you will be your mind. So for me, Henry Kosa can talk all. He can talk all the best talk. That will not fear our Labyrinth people, because our Labyrinth people, they are decisive. The Labyrinth people, they are mellow their mind. The Labyrinth people, they are not people who decision is wankling and dankling. No. When the Labyrinth people say that you the one they want, you go, you cannot have in second fall. You the one they will carry. So let's get the pendulum to our friend and brother Kanguma Dono for him to talk about his brother who just pledged his support to JMB.
All right, Ebi, thank you very much for turning over the pendulum over to me again. But for the purpose of the conversation tonight under consideration, I would like to read from Google, not my own word, okay? The definition of corruption in government. Political corruption is the abuse of power, abuse of public power, office or resources by elected government officials for personal gain. By extortions, soliciting or offering bribes, it can also take the form of office holders maintaining themselves in office by purchasing votes, by enacting laws which use taxpayers' money. Period. Then we go to the real conversation. Based on that definition, the former Auditor General of the Republic of Liberia, Mr. John S. Morlu II, he classified the definition of corruption into 3 words: waste, abuse, and fraud. Today, few hours ago, Mr. Senior Uncle Ome Boakai, I want to make sure I'm on target. Senior Uncle Ome Boakai posted this photograph. Let me show it to you. Y'all know who the man is, right? Let me read from Ome Boakai post today on Facebook. You know he's my friend on Facebook, eh? Just so you know. I'm thrilled to share an incredible update with you all. We have enlisted the support of former Auditor General John S. Morlu II to lead our campaign fundraising efforts and provide financial management insight as a consultant to the campaign committee. Mr. Morlu's renowned expertise in combating corruption and his deep understanding of financial management make him an invaluable asset to our team. Together, we will make significant strides towards our shared goals, inspiring trust and confidence in our supporters. We are grateful to have Mr. Morlu on this crucial journey towards a more prosperous Liberia. Let us think Liberia, love Liberia, and build Liberia together. That is a Facebook post. You can go for it on Facebook, on Ome Boakai, the leader of the rescue mission. He posted today. You heard it from my mouth, from Ome Boakai. Considering corruption, the act of corruption being waste, abuse, and fraud, and how do I view, or what is my opinion or perspective, that at this crucial time in our country political history, with this new formulation or new acronym, a new agenda to rescue Liberia from indigenous looters, headed by a little-known footballer, George Bagube Mane Wea, that went to Israel this day to enter the empty grave of Jesus Christ, forgiving for all of the commissions of crimes against the people of Liberia. I think not only that it is in the right direction, but I would term it as prosperity coming closer to Mama Liberia. And that's the reasons why Ome Boakai has signed up a caveat, knowing who John Morlu is, as he's describing in our Facebook post. Hey, you are another Liberian, whether man or woman. You are sitting on the fence or you are joining our team, so that you have at the back of your mind to enter our public space. When Joe Boakai is announced President of the Republic of Liberia in less than 3 months, then you need to start thinking differently. If you are in America, probably stay here and do your cartoon job. Or if you are in Liberia, go to the private sector. Because this time around, under the integrated outcome champion, Ambassador Joseph Nyuma Boakai Sr., with John Morlu being on that team as the next Auditor General, you need to start packing your bundle, your satuka, and all your bufunyama and just get out. Because we're not playing. Corruption, according to John Morlu, is simply defined as waste, abuse, and fraud. Perpetuated against the majorities of the people, collecting taxes and taking it for themselves, mismanaging money, making laws that are not right to keep them in power, and using their political office to carry on inducement in all forms, manners unacceptable to the general good of the people. Everybody.
Yeah, my friend Roland, what do you think John Morlu deciding for him to be able to support JMB? What do you think John Morlu bring to the table of JMB? What is the thinking about John Morlu? The name John Morlu when Ellen hear Ellen can start running. And let me say this: John Morlu was one of the men in the country at the time that went on University of Liberia campus that told the student presidents, JC, that told the chairman, Justin William, that told the chairman, he said, you don't need to be an auditor, you don't need to learn people before you be auditor.
You don't need to do accounting or financial management.
The mayor recruited 30 people in my presence. And you know what John Morlu did? John Morlu sent them to Kenya. Those 30 students, Justin William Wapala, Simili Wapala, and Benedict William Wapala.
And Justin William did chemistry and biology.
Yeah. And he sent all of this guys to Kenya for them to go to learn auditing. So what is the take?
Yeah, so first of all, I think where we are at the critical junction of our country's politics and this electionary period, bringing people like John Morlu on board, I think, in my opinion, it is a good and a very timely decision by the JMB team and Ambassador Joseph N. Boakai himself. Because number one, all over the world, donors, other bilateral countries, partners that have interest in Liberia election. Some of the things that they tend to look for, they like to, find the credibility of who are those that are working with the party and the team. So people like John Morlu, he has that international credibility. He has that international credibility, and international. He has worked within the international circle, not only working in Liberia as an Auditor General. He has worked in more than 130 countries, conducting audits, both uh, financial and managerial audit all around the world, both, forensic audit. And this guy has worked with the international system, so he has that credibility. Bringing him on board is something to rely on. It shows that the team, Ambassador Boakai team, even after winning election, I mean, the government, these are people that we get on the field and ready to run, and now wait, to be, start to think where to begin from. These are people that already understand, they have that experience, where to begin from and how to keep the ball rolling. So, I mean, it's a good signal, to have people like John Morlu coming on board, and at this time where people will be, investing, some of the financial resources into the campaign and making sure that JMB wins the election. There also need to be that sound, financial management practice, so that the finances that will be generated will learn and be used for the internal purpose. Because mind you now, some of the most important things that are needed now is how to address the need of the pool watchers. The issue of JMB campaign, financing the campaign is not a major issue. What is major and what the campaign is concentrated on right now is how to reach into those loops and corners, to ensure that the pool watchers are taken care of, giving their daily stipends. So money need to land into the right hands. While it is true that JMB has a lot of trustworthy people around, but equally so, that after the election there will also be a need for accountability. So I think John Morlu is a very good fit, and he has the connection out there, which is good.
Thank you. Thank you. If you just joining us, this is the Manelson Abraka talk show. Here we discuss the truth. But frankly speaking, when my friend was able to text me this news, I felt really zealous. I felt happy within my spirit. I think that John Morlu coming now, because 2017, John Morlu was that part of the public campaign. John Morlu was basic working. For some of you guys who does not know John Morlu, because I see some of you guys asking question here. John Morlu was the man that told Madame Salif in her face.
So you're not serious to fight corruption? Because
That told Madame Salif in her face that you are 3 times more corrupt than Judy Bryant. That is a man that after her contract ended, the World Bank decided to turn it over to Labran. The Labran government, Madame Salif, was so much afraid. She never named him as the Auditor General. And that how can John Morlu left the country?
she was not comfortable.
Because people like John Morlu, they like the right thing to be done. The man said that if you don't work for this money, why should people give you that money? Money that you don't work for, why should someone give you the money that you don't work for? So that is John Morlu. And for me to be able to see here that John Morlu now has joined the rescue team, I am more than happy. Because I know not only contact, but it brings a lot of credibility to the team, to the finance department, to the financial asset. So much we do, we would like to go to the phone line for us to be able to take our calls. The number to call here tonight is 763-283-6903. Once more, the number to call here tonight, 763-283-6903. Or you can better call us on 267-938-2801. Once more, 267-938-2801. That is the number to call. We have our first caller here. Sam, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm trying, but AB.
Yeah, Sam, go ahead.
Francis, how are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
And to my other brother in studio there, how are you? Firstly, I want to thank you guys for this educative platform and for the service being rendered to the Liberian people. I would like to speak to the issue of the recruitment of Honorable John Morlu.
You having your receiver on? Please turn it off.
Am I clear now? Is it okay for you guys?
Yes, it's okay. Go ahead.
much better.
Yeah. You know, we've been telling people that Joe Barker is the right person to lead the country from several perspectives. People will tell you that Joe Barker spent 40 years in government. What has he achieved? What has Lofa benefited from his ascendancy in government? But we've been telling people that Joe Barker is not a self-centered person. He's the kind of person that wants to see things work and want to see this country move forward. All of the department or the segment in which Joe Barker has worked, he has made positive impact. But people will not see it because Joe Barker is not the kind of a flamboyant individual that you will see masquerading and Mickey Mouse and Santa Claus around the country with wealth, because he does not want to be into that kind of a thing. Joe Barker has served the Liberian people diligently all through, with all his name being traced to any corruptible act. The recruitment of John Morlu II is a signal to the Liberian voting populace that this man is coming to clean up the massive system. This man will recruit the best brain and the best mind to lead this country. This man will resurrect this country from the dungeons. This man has the capacity, he has the technical focus. He knows what it means. He has been out there. He knows what we need. This is the man that we need to lead this country at this hour. All of those that are all around the political corridor here and there, by moving Joe Barker because he didn't pick them, by moving Joe Barker making rhetorical statements regarding 30 million and what have you. This man served government as vice president. He served in that capacity for 12 years, and you cannot trace a single corruptible act to his name. What does that say to you? What does that signal to you? It speaks volume. But in Africa, people or leaders that are not involved into corruptible practice, they are not healed. People only want to hear, oh yeah, oh, they meant so. At the end of the day, they will start clapping for that man. From the beginning, so oh, yeah, they don't want causing us to be in abject poverty. But at the end of the day, you will see them running to those people doorstep to beg. Maybe for God's sake, if you have a young man with integrity here today that want to contest for a position, the first thing is asking, why you get people? That man me. Look at the kind of thing they can talk about the former vice president. Oh, look at he been living in house 30 years. The man is poor. The man is broke. Yes, he's poor. He's broke because he refused to siphon wealth from the Liberian people. Covers. He refused to steal from the Liberian people account. He refused to mismanage the Liberian resources. He refused to be a partaker in the damaging of this country. That is the reason why he's poor today.
Thank you, Sammy. Thank you. We have another caller here. Caller, what is the name and where are you calling from?
Well, I'm calling from the state of New Jersey. My name is Auditor General.
Mr. Dennis, go ahead.
Okay, I love the video that you shared. I want to ask. I don't want to speak to you tonight, Mosey. I want to speak to Francis. Mr. Francis.
Yeah, Francis, listening. Francis, listening.
Francis, okay. I want Francis to respond to me. Francis, what you thought about the video at the end of the video when they asked this man about the meat seller? What you thought about that part of the video?
What should the video?
I didn't understand the question. Can you
The
repeat?
video yesterday with Henry Costa. When the press asked Henry Costa what he said about the vice president pick. What do you think about that part?
What do I think about that part? Let me tell you something, my brother.
Francis, are you there?
Yeah, Francis hearing you. Francis hearing you.
But I want Francis to respond to me.
Yeah,
And I
but
also
you gotta listen to your receiver. Then Francis will listen. Put yourself on mute right here and listen to your receiver. Then Francis will respond.
Yeah,
but I'm far away from my receiver. I'm about 3 houses away from my receiver.
Okay. All right. Then go back to your receiver
and turn it down a little bit. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me turn it down a little bit. Okay. I will turn it down a little bit. Because I want to have a conversation. No, I'm going back now.
That is singer.
Don't be calling me the singer. I'm gonna call my name. I need other than this. Don't be calling me the singer. If you stop it, man, you my friend, man. If you stop. Yeah, man, man, stop.
I thought it's in New Jersey. Don't mind you.
No, MRA Minnesota with you.
I thought it's in New Jersey. Don't mind you.
Yeah.
No, are you in New Jersey? Every know are you in New Jersey? Every my man.
Francis respond.
New Jersey.
Francis respond to the main question.
I want to talk. I want to speak to Francis. I got a couple of questions from Francis.
Okay, yeah, I'm ready for you. Go ahead and so go back to the.
So where's Francis? Francis, what year?
Francis, yeah.
Okay, now Francis.
Yes,
now the
sir.
man speaking about was John Morlu, right? And he worked for Eddie Johnson's lead government.
Yes.
Brother Francis.
Yeah.
Okay, so this man, you say he's an auditor that was going to fight corruption. So when you were working for Eddie Johnson's lead government, why he did not leave the government and say, no, I will form an independent auditing firm to audit all you corrupt people?
Okay. All right. That is your question. Thank you.
That's one question. There was the next one.
No. We're not here for that. We're not here for that.
Okay, let me answer the brother question, okay? I will take you back to small history about the whole auditing department to lead from Ministry of Finance. The auditing department was under Ministry of Finance, precisely under the executive before the peace accord in Ghana. Part of our major problems, according to our international partners doing the peace talk in Ghana, said majority of our problems that led to war came from political corruption, economic and social corruption. Therefore, there was no need the new Auditor General to report to the executive branch of government, but rather to report to the legislature with a courtesy audit copy to the presidency. In addition to that, our partners key in through UNDP and World Bank to furnish the new auditing commission, and they actually conducted a test with international standard that led to John Morlu getting the job. So our international partner recommended to the government through the office of the president, as by the constitution, the president has the constitutional power to appoint folks, can appoint and fire you, but this was a consolidated effort, well coordinated, to help manage our resources after war. So John Morlu was contracted for the first 2 years. The second 2 years, Eddie said she did not need Morlu anymore because Morlu was doing the audit based on international standard and based on international convention. Officials in the government that were indicted in the audit report, John Morlu called the media, including international media, and had a press conference to submit that audit report. All right? That's how John Morlu did it. And Eddie did not like that because Morlu was going under her skin, including her adult children, because they were stealing our money. They had a tendency of waste, abuse, and fraud. So Eddie that said on January 16, 2006, that corruption going to be public enemy number one. John Morlu was actually helping her to fight corruption, but she herself was corrupt. Therefore, she talked with our international partners to terminate John Morlu contract, and John Morlu got to go. So that's the reason why Morlu left the government, and since Morlu left the government, Morlu laid back and went by the private practice. I hope that answers your question. And the information I'm giving you, it is public. It is not secret.
Keep your call coming out on 763-283-6903. Or you can keep your call coming out on 267-938-2801. That is the number to call to be part of the Magnificent Abraka Talk Show. You know, some of our sedition brethren, they let to give us heart and here.
Nobody giving us a hard time. I been, Mama, I been around what's up?
We come here. We are not like other regular talk show guys. We come here with authentic informations that we have complete control over. That's what we discuss. We are not a part of a talk show where can just take random topic to come to discuss. No. When you see us discussing John Morlu coming to the rescue missions, that means he is one of the creme de la creme. He is one of us. Let me give you the platform, my brother Roland. No, you are muted. You are muted. You are muted. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm okay now.
Yeah. You're okay.
So John Morlu was given this 5 years contract that which he was hired by the European Union. At the time where Liberia, like Brother Francis said, has undergone this, long over term of political corruption, and our public sector needed a financial management system, okay? And some of the issues that Liberia has struggled over the period of time was internal control, okay? So Morlu coming into the system was very helpful as to how we could strengthen the issue of compliance in terms of how we do procurement processes, where at the time procurement was being, single source handled, and we needed a competitive source of procurement processes. So Morlu coming into place where they used to have finances going through, just ministers and controller, So they said these things were not right. So Morlu came as a way to help the government to strengthen the public accounting system. And that which, of course, there were a lot of officials who were caught. Every time they were audited, you could see there were a lot of ministry and agencies that were audited. One other, they were being, grossly involved into misappropriation of public finances, or they fail on how do the government collect revenue, and how do the government spend the revenue, what are the priority interests. Okay, so Morlu was very helpful, but in the end the contract ended in 2011, that which, of course, Madam Zali was not happy, because there were a lot of people, including her own son, after Noka was audited. Okay, the records are there. When Noka was audited, Noka was being brought to the public limelight that they have been, misappropriated over 30 to 40 million dollars. So this guy is very, very good. He has this strong, economic and financial practice, that these are people that we need. Liberia cannot go forward without us using the best brains. So that's one of the things I wanted to contribute.
Thank you. You can keep your call coming out on 763 283 6903, or you can keep your call coming out on 267 938 2801. Once more, 267 938 2801. That is the number to call to be part of the Magnificent Abraka Talk Show tonight, and we are having a fantastic discussions about John Morlu, the son of Lofa. The son of Lofa, Johnny, his uncle camping. What is your thought? Give us a call, or forever hold your peace. Give us a call now on 763 283 96903. Or you can keep your call coming out on 267-938-2801. That is the number to call. Francis.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
but let me just add up. For those of you that don't know, John Morlu, he's here from Lofa anyway. The former Auditor General, like my brother said, he was contracted by our international partners, especially European Union, World Bank, and UNDP, play a crucial role, considering our past history after the war. And he performed exceptionally well, even though there was a political blockage where the auditing commission did not have access to audit the first branch of government and also the third branch of government, the judiciary and the legislature, until John Morlu contract ended and there was no more presidential will to renew the contract. So the former president, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, was another bluff on the basis of dishonesty, insincerity, and lack of integrity too. Because she is just another free talker. On that wonderful, cool morning, and not even morning, but noon, I remember that was still ringing bells in my ears. But Sirleaf stood up there and said, anybody that would think that business will be as usual, you must pack your bag and go. Corruption will be public enemy number one. And our international community came in to support the effort to a point where they allocated budget money for the auditing commission in addition to the budget from the government to augment the strength, the financial strength of the commission to do their job. And that's why John Morlu was paying folks, training people with no hindrance. He did not need any money from the government to do that. He hired the best brain. Not only that, the best brain, he also sent them out of the country to train them to return to work for GSC. In addition to that, the Auditing Commission also provided in real time conventional ethics when it comes to auditing. Every single day, you have to be at work at 7:45. 7:46 to 8 o'clock, that briefing. Sharp 8 o'clock, you get to work. Every single ministry and agencies of government, the auditors went to audit. They had everything they needed, including bottled water. In addition to that, to motivate folks to do their job better, they were evaluated on a quarterly basis, and on the basis of performing, their salary will also increase. So the executive branch had no way out to induce people to cast violence, to audit, and give a report in their favor. Minor City did not like that. Therefore, John Morlu contract ended. Let John Morlu go. And that is the same play out that we saw 2017. And if you have that clip, I would want you to play that clip. You know what? Somebody cannot be saying something and they're doing something different. How can Madam Sirleaf say Joseph Boakai is the best candidate among men in 2017 on the basis of experience, on the basis of professional relationship, on the basis of performance, and you name it? And he told his own story. According to Madam Sirleaf, these are not my own words. And only to go low, she supported the football guy, George Weah, to a point where the money that both of them got to pave the road from Banga and the common highway to go to Joseph Boakai, home Lofa County, she carried George Weah there during the campaign of 2017. And she did everything humanly possible for Joe Walker not to win the election. And there was a poll, multiple poll on Spoon Talk yesterday. Majorities of the people say Madam Sally is dishonest. She is not sincere. She lacked the integrity to lead. She is vindictive. And she is zero in terms of patriotism and nationalism. And that's all. She doesn't want Joe Walker to be president because all the ugly stuff she did and her adult children will haunt her. And she wants that legal protection from Joe Walker, and she can't get it, but she can get it from George Weah and her combat brother, Alexander Cummings. That's why almost 6 years ago, she called other people, including Youngly Conga, Senator Dillon, to rally around them for Senator Kanga to go with Alexander Cummings as a running mate. Regrettably for her, she did not succeed doing that. Because why? She's no longer president. And this is the reasons why, for me, I am much more motivated and hopeful tonight that people of caliber like John Morlu, a character like John Morlu will join this rescue mission. It means everybody that having the concept of corruption as defined by Google and simplified by the former Auditor General, my own brother from Lofa County, John S. Morlu II, as what? Waste, abuse, and fraud. You need to get part your Satoka, part your clothes, and put it somewhere else. Because this time around, Liberia, not only that will be rescued, but Liberia must prosper. Because why? God in heaven has already signed a deal. That driver, the new driver for the vehicle called Liberia, is going to be a defensive driver. And that defensive driver is my senior uncle, Ambassador Joseph Nyuma Boaka Sr. And that's why a common scammer, a former prolific microphone operator, Henry Pedro Costa, my former brother, my former leader, cannot even survive the movement. He has been crushed by his own admission of what most people talk about him yesterday. All right? By his own admission, he's a commerce scammer, he's a blackmailer, he's an opportunist, and someone who flip-flop on a mini basis. And that's why the kind of people that should be far away from the rescue mission. And you know what? Our God will expose them. These are typical enemies of Liberia. It'll be back to you.
When you're speaking to Henry Costa I just believe that we should not be giving Henry Costa too much publicity, because the brother is a comedian. Henry Costa is a serious. Henry Costa is a serious joker. You think that serious man Lila can go talk like that? Henry Costa talked to somebody who was drunk. Henry Costa is a serious joker. So for me, his talking cannot do nothing to me. His talking will not do nothing to the rescue mission. He like Henry Costa. That is the reason why Henry Costa, just within 24 hours, the man had gone to go delete his post. The post what he was sharing. So that kind of brother would take serious. Henry Costa is not a serious brother. Keep your call coming out on 763-283-6903, or you can keep your call coming out on 267-938-2801. That is the number to call to be part of the Manefson Abraka talk show. Brother Francis, before we come out with our closing statements, you can start your commercial right now before we come out.
I'm waiting for the poster up there, brother.
Yeah, brother, go ahead. When I say that I'm waiting for you to be able to say something, that means that I already put your poster up.
They all see you get answer for everything. All right, folks. Yes, we do advocacy and we're also doing business, okay? Kangoma Multi Services Consulting, Family-Based Immigration and Visa Consultancy. We are your immigration people there on the block. Immigration paperwork people on the block, okay? We want to invite you to give us a try. If you want to file your citizenship paperwork, U.S. citizenship paperwork, maybe you want to file for your loved one, it could be parents, children, adult, and small children, husband and wife, some of you that are married, or boyfriend and girlfriend, we can also do that on the fiancé visa, okay? Some of you, immigrant visa, student visa, employment-based visa, and visiting visa. Affidavit of support, life and auto insurance, and other local civil documents preparation and processing in Liberia, such as traditional marriage certificate,
Yeah, come in, hold on.
birth certificate, and more. Give us a call on our numbers as they are displayed on the flyer, 267-648-8012, 701-330-4693. Our website address is www.kangomanconsulting.com. Give us a call, up to 15-20 minutes, free professional phone consultation. Whether you want to hire or not, we will provide you guidance how to get started. Thank you for listening. I'll be back to you.
Yeah, we have our first caller. We have a caller here. Caller, what is her name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, hi. This is Annie calling from Ohio.
All right. Go ahead.
Yes, the only thing I had to say about Costa, I tried to call yesterday, but you guys were already off the show. My only thing here is the ANC people in some cities are rejoicing and saying that, oh, Costa is telling the truth, Costa is telling the truth, Costa is telling the truth. The hypocrisy of Liberia is telling. When Costa was talking to that guy, he was this blackmailer, he was this person, he was that person. But all of a sudden, he's saying something about the guy they want to get out of the way. They always saying bad stuff about, so they acting like they are advocate of Costa now. Oh, Costa was treated ungratefully. Costa was betrayed. Costa was this, Costa was that. They shouldn't be the one even talking. They should just stay out of it because we know where they're coming from when they're talking. And there's this Gongo brother on, I don't know, Focus on Liberia. And sometimes he comes on the Costa show in the morning. He kept talking about this statement as if he was there, referring to, oh, Costa said. He said it was clear, it was this, it was that, as if he was, and I know he's auditioning for his brother campaign, for Costa to join his brother campaign. So I can understand that he's making everything though. So and people talking about leadership in JMB, this show and that JMB has no leadership skill. I don't understand why people think like that. Having leadership skill does not mean that you intrude on other people's rights. You can be a leader. You try to make things right. You're trying to fix something. If the other person is not responding to what you're doing, what are you supposed to take them and whip that butt and bring them down to the table? Or you supposed to what? Say, oh, it has to be me. And if you do that, why? You get called a detailer as well. So people, they're whole crazy that, oh, JMB is not a leader, JMB is not a leader. I don't want to believe that JMB treated Yumbi and her team any special there by talking to them to bring them back on the table, and he just said, oh, to hell with Costa and you rid him. I don't want to believe that. because they said they kept calling, and I believe that because on the Costa show, this guy Darlington, right after that peak, that VP pick, he was saying something like, "Oh, the Unity Party people and the chairman desist from calling Costa, desist from calling Costa." So that's how I know these people were reaching out, and they have stood their ground.
Thank you.
So I don't want to believe that. Oh, JMB and his team try to reach out to other people, and then he just said, "Oh, Costa, who been there with him and doing that?" And he said, "Oh, just damn the people there." I don't want to believe that
My
because
sister, what I want to ask you is just very simple. And Costa said he was talking the truth yesterday.
Yeah, that was he said.
But why the true clip? Why Aaron Costa post? Why he said share? What is it that Aaron Costa does not when he deleted that post?
I had no idea, and this is what I was telling someone today. Somebody was talking about it also. I said, unless people that live in Liberia will believe the whole medical stuff. I said, I'm not saying everything in Costa story is lie, but just the few things does not make sense. I say here in America, I've been living in America for 24 years. And since then, I just been back on last March.
Okay.
It's just 1 month, and I came back. And there's no way, I'm coming here, B.
Okay.
There's no way in America that somebody will call a hospital just to make an appointment, and they just open somebody's history to you and start telling you all that going on with them. You're not the person's son, you're not the person's wife, and even if you are any of those relatives, there have to be some kind of written document there that give the person that authority. And when you even call a hospital AB, you don't talk to the doctor directly, you're talking to the receptionist then, who knows nothing about
the medical
that
record.
person's history. Who knows nothing about that?
Okay.
They just there to make an appointment for you to come and see the doctor. They know they don't even have access to get in that person's file to tell you anything. Maybe like in Liberia, I don't know much about Liberia in their history, their hospital thing, because I've even been there since I was little. Maybe in Liberia they do that, but in America here, there's no way.
Okay, so my next question is that Henry Costa said that he refused 30 million.
US dollars.
30 million US dollars. Henry Costa said he refused it. But Henry Costa could not refuse 15,000 while Sir Joseph gave. Henry Costa could not refuse 15,000.
That 30 million story, I don't know who has 30 million just laying around to give to somebody. And probably they told them the story was there, but somebody was being played. Either it was from the CDC, or they were like to try to disrupt the whole relationship that him and JMB has, or something. But there's no way. So if there's somebody who was giving 30 million, what would this person wanting in return?
No, they said the person carry on their survey. The person carry on their survey. The person carry on their survey, and the person found out that Henry Costa will be the next president.
So who is this person that know about Liberian politics that know it to come from? I don't know, because no regular Liberian has that kind of money, either the government or some foreigner. So is that the government going to do something for Henry Costa now, or that a foreigner coming in to do something for Henry Costa? I don't. I feel sorry for the brother, AB. I like Henry Costa. It's just his behavior now that just making me, because right now it's like it's showing that all they talk about loving Liberia, and all they talk about we hate what Jovia is doing to our country, and we want to go home, and all these drugs and people's children going bad and stuff. This I want to give. I don't want Jeremiah come. But at this point, if everybody gets mad and say, "Oh, I'm leaving," the numbers, we know that JMB has the numbers right now.
Okay,
where are you going with your support? It's a chance that you're giving Jovia, making him chance for second term. If you keep doing that, then you don't love the country. If it's not my will, then it shouldn't be. Then yes, Jovia still there. How are you loving Liberia and loving Liberian people?
But the funny thing about that survey thing is that so the people carry on that survey, they said that Henry Costa was going to be the next president. The Henry Costa divert the money to JMB.
JMB. Yeah, that's the story. But
Okay.
More than Jesus
I
Christ.
don't. That story that it's just not in. Because it's like God can anoint people. Some people saying, "Oh yeah, I'm not gonna dismiss because I have to say, oh, he never did anything about for GMB." And I don't think that United Party people should do that either. I'm just disturbed with his way of handling things, and this is what I told somebody. I said, Heron Costa, when the name started coming in, that whole VP thing, I said, no, I don't have anything against Heron Costa, but I don't think he's ready for that position. And someone asked me, said, why he has degree? I said, degree is not the only qualification to a leadership. I said, Heron Costa does not know how to handle things. He have a temperament problem. He does not know how to talk to people and handle things, people that don't agree with him, and look at people when he's talking to people on his show. His supporter even saying something that he doesn't like. I don't care. I would do that. I don't care what you're saying. Me, of course, I just no. You don't talk, and you always referencing Nelson Mandela and something that you would never see anywhere that Nelson Mandela they talk to their supporter or people who got into that place. Proud bring men down. It's in the Bible. Your proud can bring you down. It makes you bring yourself down. And like I said, I like the brother, but the way he's going about the whole thing, sometimes you can be right about something, but the way you handle it makes you wrong.
Okay. Thank you.
This whole temperament until I think it's been a couple of months, he should have been calmed down from the whole thing for Euro to push it. And another one, talking about Boycott told Euro to go and fire kids, and then they call me people running with it, Boycott your rocks and hide. How naive can you be? You look like a child for Boycott to use to go do dirty work?
Yeah.
Are you rather sick, or it's just all about, we trying to get Boycott out of the way for us or something? It's really disturbing.
Right,
and I really pray for the brother, and I hope he can really recalibrate and come back to the table.
No, the people forgiving. Thank you.
Yeah, and the party people need to stop bashing him too, because to be honest, he did his part. He played his part. He just making it. You work for this all this time. Why would you want to let it go now when you yourself have said so many times JMB has the number, no one else in Liberia? So either you want to support CDC or you want to make CDC chance easier to stay there. That's all I see, and I hope you will think about his next step before he come up with his next action. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. You have a caller there?
And no caller here.
I get brother Sam here. Then let Sam be our last caller, then let wrap up.
Okay, Sam called earlier. He was trying to call my cell phone. Yeah, thank God he called us.
Sam, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. You having 2 minutes. You having 2 minutes. You having 2 minutes, Sam.
Okay. Abi, I like the way my sister that was on the line put the whole situation, how she analyzed the entire Heron Costa saga.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I like the way she analyzed the entire Heron Costa saga.
Okay.
Now, the issue of Costa coming up publicly, he behaved very immature, and his display alone is sufficient to tell the Liberian people that he does not mean well for this country, that he's a self-centered individual, that if it is not him, it cannot be anybody else. Look, some of us here, we were in favor of the GMB Kun ticket. But when we analyze other factors and try to scrutinize the political space of Liberia, looking at numbers, that was why we accepted the JMB and Jeremiah Kun ticket. I personally wanted the JMB and Nyomli Kanga ticket because I wanted gender balance. Nyomli have been working all along to help to get women empowerment at an appreciable stage in this country. So I wanted somebody with that kind of a character. I wanted somebody with that kind of a spirit. Despite her not being picked, you can see that Nyomli still wants to work for this country. She still want better things to come to Liberia. That is the reason why, despite being called by Madam Salif and told to go on as a vice presidential candidate to certain individual, she turned it down because she know fully well that This country needs to be liberated and rescued. And that ticket is not prepared. That ticket does not have what it takes to liberate and rescue the Liberian people at this hour. That
Thank
is the
you.
reason why she chose to sacrifice her ambition. She chose to sacrifice her livelihood for the
Okay.
Liberian people.
Thank you.
Nyobli Kanga is the real hero of this entire process.
Thank you.
Thank you, AB.
Brother Roland, let us hear your closing statement. Thank you so much for tuning in to our show tonight. We really admire you. So let us hear from you your closing statement, and then we'll call
Yeah.
that night.
Thank you so much, brother AB. Uh, this has been a long awaited appearance. Even though I told my brother Francis that I'm not going to stay too long because I have to go do my 1-2-1-2 tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
But being at this made, we are patriots,
Mm-hmm.
not the other kind of patriot that we see out there.
And they tell me that
Yeah,
USA.
we are true patriots when it comes to the issue of Liberia. I mean, it's in our blood. Sometimes my wife get so mad because she be like, man, I can't rest in this house. Everything is politics, even though I'm not the kind of person who is always on Facebook discussing the politics issue. But let me close on this note. uh Everyone has said their piece, and this thing, it has been spewed out by our brother Henry Costa, and it is about Liberia. Everybody have heard the story. The public will be being the judge, and I think from all analysis done, no one really cares to know what Henry Costa have said because the people minds are made up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and this is a waste of our time and a waste of his time because Henry Costa just turned 40. I mean, he probably might be in his 41 this August. So at that age, he's supposed to put his acts together because he's now creating a kind of environment for himself that no one can ever trust him anymore. Okay, where will he go? He cannot come to the United Party and anybody trust him. He cannot go back to the CDC. They will never trust him. He cannot go to the ANC Kumi people. They will not trust him. So
He
which
was
part of
with
the
a
world
pop
is
party
going?
ARP.
Yes, even the ALP, they don't even, to some extent, they don't trust him. So we're not going to waste all our time and energy on the Costa issue, but because right now it is a public, trending issues that we have to discuss it so we can lay it to bed. But I know what has I have heard and some of the information that we are gathering and some of the things that are bringing this, anger. I heard it, and I strongly thank God that JMB is a man of wisdom. He's not a kind of leader that you can, twist arm him any way you feel like. He's not a kind of leader that you can cajole in any way. This is a man who came with experience, wealth of experience from the 70s, coming down to the 80s. He had worked with other great leaders. So to come back and think that you can just play on him using the kind of skimmages, and say do you know $30 million you're talking about? Even a $1 million right now in our election, that's not small money. Now who the investor will just come and throw $30 million away because it's like you don't have use for that money. Even the Georgia government, no one is promising them to give them $30 million because they're going to accrue something. So that story, I mean, people who have kind of analytical judgment, I believe by this time they are now sweeping that story under the rug and tearing it apart because it doesn't make any sense to me. So I want to thank everybody. I want to thank you guys for inviting me tonight, and thank God.
On Friday and anything want to show up, just so you know.
No problem. No problem. Thank you so much, and let God bless you guys as we keep doing what we can do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, William. Thank you.
Yeah, my friend and brother, Francis Kangoma Dono. Why?
All right, AB, people think we'll get out of the blue app. But maybe they just started watching the show.
Nah.
You said on the blue app. Yeah, I agree with it. At some point, maybe we might not come based on our own personal, engagement. That's true. But to say we'll get out because Ome Baga will win election, or maybe King Kong or King number 7 will make sure we'll reduce that number to probably 2% or 3%. That will not be the reason we get right. And we can guarantee you, for us, we are not microphone people. We are not patriot, $30 million US patriot. We are just Liberians. Okay? We may have our own thing, our own little stuff in our closet. I agree, nobody is perfect. But at least we'll be able to say the truth. We will give it to you raw dog. Tomorrow, God forbid, let me borrow it from Joy Howard Taylor. And after for life, Joe Biden doesn't do what he's telling us he will do. We will come on the same platform, we'll discuss the issues. Until Liberia can be better, we'll be right here by the grace of God. You see America? Is it America that has, how do I call it, perfect union? No! America does not have perfect union. But the leaders continue to make the union to be better. Every single day, and nobody is above the law. Thank God John Morlu is on board. But let me close on this note. Liberia will be better. At this time, if you are somebody that can't run, you need to walk. If you can't walk, you need to crawl. But by all means, you must do something for Liberia to be better. Costa had just framed everything out of us. Those of us who are good patriots, not telling million US that are patriots, nationalists. Joe Boakai is now the true integrated outcome. Honest man, sincere human being, a true citizen of Liberia on the basis of his actions. This is the only old man that looked in the face of Ellen Johnson Sally. Hey, former boy, say, Madam Sally, we had a lot of opportunities and we squandered some of the opportunities. And that's true. JMB went to Ghana, we all know. It was a setter. The first setter was Alexander Cummings. You know the story? Through the same Costa and Dr. Allen White. When they took that flag, Ome Baga went there and saw the people that keep in the room and the conversation they brought, they Ome walk away. And that is the true nature of us, the traditional people, the cultural people of Lofa County. We do not refuse call, but we can refuse what in the call, depending on the intention of that, and based on our own nature, based on our own integrity. He walked away. They played around again. They brought another $30 million. But hold a minute now. Costa had his own case. He called it short. He framed everything based on his own emission. His investors that he refused to call their name, his surveyor refused to call the survey company name. He said they attached string to it. He is the most formidable man to win the presidency. However, he is even better than Jesus Christ. He said, no, Uncle Baka, take it. But this is string attached to this thing here. They telling me that you must pull me on the ticket as VP. Joe Baka, being the integrated champion, refused to do so. Therefore, he refused to tell him, right? Does that make sense? Because he did not select Costa, he selected Jamaica Khan. No case. Case closed. So we want to say thank you plenty, yeah? Honorable Baba, thank you. We will ask our God every single day to straighten you more so that this new Liberia that coming under your watch as a captain of this new vehicle, Liberia, there will be no collision. We'll go straight, we'll follow the traffic rules and regulation, and we'll go straight and we'll get to our designated destination. We want to say thank you plenty for coming to Warsaw. Tonight we hit more than 200. By the time April, we're going to be 10,000. Woo! Hey, man, thank you, plenty. That's it. I'm done.
You know, as for me, I want to tell all of our followers, you go on YouTube, you go there, you go follow or two. You go there, you go subscribe so that when we come on, so that you will be able to get the message. Hey, my people. They're labyrinthine here. When a Nigerian man, Tanade, in about 30,000. But we know that you're the one. You're the labyrinth people. That because of that when we come from where we can come, we sit down right here. We say we want to give it to our people.
Yeah.
So because of that, so I will urge you, for some of you guys who have not subscribed into our Facebook and our YouTube page, please go there to go do it right now. Back to the issues. You know, Henry Costa I told you from day one, Henry Costa is a comedian. Henry Costa, it's just that Henry Costa can behave serious, but he is a comedian. Seriously. You say people gave you 30 million. Hey, yeah. People gave you 30 million for you to contest.
Yeah, then he said, no, I'll give it to my
Then
uncle.
he said, no, I will give it to my uncle. Okay. Now your uncle never chose you for you to be vice presidential candidate. Why you can't go contest now? Why you can't go contest now? ALP now your candidate. Why you can't go contest? Because that you the one your people, your investor there, that you the one they carry on survey, and they found out that you will be a winner. So why you can't go contest? To our friend and brothers, your thank you. Your thank you plenty. For us, we are not mainstream media house because we don't have anyone relating our show. When you demand that people should be relaying, at the same time we're hosting our show, people be hosting it in LIB, then you will bring small thing. But for now, we'll leave it as it is. Because we appreciate, you appreciate us. So far, when we ask you for something, you're doing, you appreciate what we are doing. So on that note, you thank you plenty. You thank you plenty, yeah?
My brother, it's 12:33, Midwest time. Oh God, I'm trying to manage my time here to go to bed. A little bit on time, but it's not working for me.
I'm for her. Your grandma's birthday. I'm for you. Messi Seliwe. Mama Kwaloe. Kwalo Dolo Kwanui. Tina Wokwatia. Mama Levina Wayo. Tuzo Kwakaya. Iwe imo iwe. Iwe gano gano Kwakaya. Yeli yele yuda. Mama Levina Dema Weko Kolo.